I know it's late, but we gotta check out the singles. Welcome to Fifth Jack Gaming. Where it's Single Sundays. Single Sundays. Huh. I guess I always end up going with it. We got a special late night edition being dropped. I was a little bit behind on my homework, and I got stuck a little bit with work and all that, and got a little bit tired, but that's enough. We don't need to be worrying about the world stuff. We're here to talk about the single issues. That's right. If you haven't been around this, we're dropping the single issues that we ended up picking up last Wednesday. We talked about the issues that we picked up over on Wednesday. So, well, I guess it's 2 Wednesdays now because I wasn't able to get last week's. So, we got a nice little rankings that come with it. But before I end up doing that, let's go over what my backlog I ended up having to do to get caught up to read the issues that we're ranking today. Well, you start off with Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue number 1, and issue number 2. And then also we had Terminator number 2 that we ended up having to do. So those are all the caught up issues to be able to get to the point to be able to review the books and be able to let you know what we ended up thinking about the books that we ended up picking up. Alright, slide that over that way. So today we got 7 issues that we're going to be able to be ranking. What's going to be our top 1? I don't know. Well, you're going to have to, well, I do know, but you guys are going to end up having to find out. So, something that's officially on the cut list is number 7 is Void Rivals. Yes, that keeps on having a little bit moments that have interest into it, but it's a few issues here, a few issues there. If you're not falling in love with the comic, why be reading the comic? And I'm not falling in love with what we ended up having over here. Yes, it has some nice cameos with Transformers, and obviously Hot Rod was in this issue, and it did have a nice little cliffhanger. I was going to try giving it one more issue, but you know, it's been on a chopping block for what, 2 months now? 3 months? I think it's time to break up with this guy. One that's still intriguing that comes in at number 6 is West Coast Avengers. This is issue number 2. And this has an interesting moment with Firestar and Ultron, and don't really want to say more because then I'll be start giving stuff away. Obviously, you see Firestar doing her thing and some shenanigans happening with the West Coast Avengers. Alright, so we covered number 7, number 6. That means we're in our top 5 books of this week. Oh my goodness. This is where we're starting to get back up with the story and to be able to be driving over with the session. So I said that we ended up adding Terminator, which we ended up getting to obviously, but we read issue 3 and that cracked our top 5 for this week. We ended up picking up a flyer, and it paid off because coming at number 4 is issue number 1 of Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk. It's an awesome little cover that came over with it, and it had a nice storyline that's setting it up with it. It has stuff that's going on with Mr. Sinister, or Mr. Essex, should I be saying. And, of course, you know the best bud for Sabretooth is Wolverine. Well, Romanies, enemies, whatever you want to be saying, but this has some action that has that guy going on, and a little bit of action, and a little bit of gore. So beware of the gore. And that's also with Terminator, it has a little bit of stuff that goes on with it. Talking about action comes in issue number 3 of Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. It's a nice solid setup. We end up losing an ally into this book. So, if that's something that makes you want to go back to basics and be able to check this out, this is number 3, Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Coming in at number 2 is a solid book. It's been solid all the way through, and it is on our poll. So that's going to be number 3, I think. Yep, number 3 of Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson. This is an amazing story. It has some amazing art, and it has a little bit of lore. Well, I don't know if it's lore, it might be background that happens in this story that you end up finding out. And that's a pretty good story. It's a pretty strong story. It's definitely something I would strongly suggest picking up. I've loving Absolute Wonder Woman. I think she's my favorite out of all the Absolute lines that we've read so far. 3 new Absolutes going to be coming over. I believe it was Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and who was the other one? I can't remember the other one right there. Those are the only 2. I can't remember the other one. But either way, this is number 2. Solid pickup, solid action, solid lore. Pick this guy up. Or gal. I should be saying pick that gal out. So coming at number 1, our top single of the week. No shocking to anyone. Thundercats, number 11. I don't know when this was ended up being dropping, but I ended up finding it. And honestly, it hit me right in the perfect spot that I ended up wanting, because it ended up having a story and it developing, and it finally brought a big bad guy into the fold. If that's something that's not pushing you, I don't know what else would end up doing it. So, definitely pick that up. So, let's review what we end up having here. Number 1 being Thundercats. Number 2 being Absolute Wonder Woman. Number 3 being Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Number 4 is Sabretooth. Death Tells No Lies, I believe it's what it said. And number 5 being Terminator. Something that's getting cut. It's probably going to be Void Rivals. I am about 90% sure about that. What did you end up reading? Did you read anything good? Let us know down in the comments down below. And if you're liking the content we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever we come out with new videos. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.